Hello again, YouTubers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain, and today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play Wasteland Express Delivery Service. Now, this game was published by Pandasaurus Games. Let me show you that there. And it was a game designed by Matt Riddle, Ben Pinchback, and Jonathan Gilmore. Now, this is a game about being part of a supply delivery service in the post-apocalypse. And if you can't tell by the cover that this game is obviously meant to be very reminiscent of the Mad Max movies, then you're not a fan of the Mad Max movies. So this is a pick up and deliver game in the post-apocalypse is what it is advertised as. So let's have a look at what comes in the box. Now, I do want to start real quick with a quick disclaimer. Now, this is not a family weight game. This is a game for teens and up for a very important reason. In fact, the game is listed as ages 13 and up. It's listed for 2 to 5 players, and it's listed as a 90 to 120 minute game. Now, all of these are things I agree with. Now, the 2 to 5 players, it plays well at 2, it plays well at 5. I've played it at all different player counts, and it plays well at all different player counts. The 90 to 120 minutes is a good estimate of time, maybe a little longer for 4 and 5 player games, but the ages 13 and up is very important. This is a heavier weight game, and in addition, there are some adult themes about the sort of things that happen in the post-apocalypse in here. And there's also some somewhat scantily clad characters, for instance, this one right here on the box, who's on the side there. And, you know, some artwork that, while being very quirky and fun if you're playing with teenagers and adults, you might feel uncomfortable playing with if you're playing with children younger than that. And in addition, it's heavy enough that children younger than that shouldn't be playing anyway. So let's open it up and have a look at what comes in the box for Wasteland Express Delivery Service. So now, this is a big box. Now, first thing we have here is a diagram on how to put all of the inserts together in the box, and this is something we're going to talk about in a little bit. We have some stickers. Now, there's only a few stickers, and you know, I know a lot of people like to complain about stickers, but it was really only 3 stickers that you needed to put on anything, so it's not that big a deal, even if you're someone who doesn't normally like stickering pieces. And then it's a kind of cool thing. It comes with this big Wasteland Express delivery service sticker, which I haven't yet put on anything, but I'm going to. And then here we have the rulebook. Now, this rulebook is fairly well done. There are only a couple ambiguities which I was able to answer and figure out through other parts of the rulebook, so it wasn't that bad at all. And it has, which I love, big full diagrams and explanations of the setup, of all the different actions of how to play. But this is a hefty rulebook, including the appendices, which are rather important for learning how to play, but not including the campaign mode, which there is a campaign mode in this, so you can play a series of linked games. There are a total of 21 pages in here. It is a little heftier. Now, this is something you have to talk about if you're going to talk about Wasteland Express Delivery Service, and that is the inserts. Because, oh my god, this game comes with the best inserts in any game in the world. I mean, there's been a rash of companies out there who make improved inserts to improve your game. You don't need to with this, because they come with all of the different upgrades and stuff in their own slots that are labeled. It doesn't come this way when you buy the box. You have to punch them out and put them in here. But once you have them in here and set up once, this greatly reduces your setup and breakdown time. And all of the inserts are like this. You have awesome plastic pieces for the trucks. Let me show you. This is a Raider truck, which this Raider truck actually carries the plastic pieces for the resources in its back when you are attacking it. And then we have really great plastic pieces also for the trucks for the players. So, and they're all very different. So this is one of the players who specializes in attacking, whereas this is another player that specializes in hauling cargo. Very nicely done. Great inserts, wonderful components. These are the money are cardboard punch-out chits that the currency in this game is called scrap, but the resources are plastic 3-dimensional pieces. This is barrels of water, blue for water. This is boxes of food, green for food, and this is crates of ammunition, black for ammunition. And they can go in the backs of the Raider vehicles. Then we have even more trays in the bottom, which include the cards, the dice, which the dice are special dice that have blank sides as well as hit sides and things like that. And we have lots of these cardboard mini boards, which are used for all sorts of different things. This is a quick reference on the cost and the use of all the upgrades for your vehicles, for instance. This one is the market board, which you use to see the current value of the different types of goods around the wasteland, as well as the current value of artifacts when you buy them. And something that is really awesome is that this game comes with many different characters, and they are different. It has asymmetrical player powers. The characters tell you right beneath their portrait what they start with and if they have a separate ability. For instance, most of them usually just start with something different, but in the case of Bandit, he is actually faster because instead of having a truck, he has a souped up muscle car pulling a trailer, and he is faster on his first movement each time he decides to start moving. Now the board itself is made up of these octagonal pieces which have the different spaces around them. They have a center space in the middle for where the raiders go, and then the spaces around the outside for where you go, and the spaces are larger or smaller depending on how easy the terrain is traversed. So you see this terrain is flatter, so it takes up multiple areas there. It's rather large, whereas the rocky terrain is tougher and is a lot slower to move on. So as you can see there, now these are much easier to move on terrain, so they take up less space. And that is the gist of all that comes in the game. Now I'm going to take you to the table, and you're going to see more of the components up close while I'm showing you how to play the game. There really is a lot of components here. There are many decks of cards, plus there are these square cardboard pieces which go between the octagons, but you're going to see that all set up. That is basically everything that comes in the box. So once we're done running you through a few turns and showing you how this game plays, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to review this game, I'm going to rate it, I'm going to talk about how it feels, and then we're going to get a second opinion from Lynn. Okay, so here we can see a two-player game of Wasteland Express Delivery Service set up. Now to set up, you have to randomly deal out all of these big octagonal tiles, and the depot, the square tile for the depot, must go in the middle, while the Raider enclaves have to go on the outside. The Railman and the 9-9 have to be opposite each other, therefore Bonesaw and Eyeless need to be opposite each other as well. The other tiles are randomly dealt out, and as per what the tile symbols are, you must either deal a demand counter or a supply counter onto them randomly. The rest of them are put here on the side. The Raider trucks are randomly dealt a card each to show what supplies they get in them. This one here, for instance, has ammo and food, whereas the one over here has water and food in the back of the truck. Excuse me, water and ammo. Water and ammo in the back of that truck. All of the decks need to be shuffled up. We get 3 main quests, which you always get the blue screen of death, and then what are our other 2 quests?
Kill them all and questionable decisions.
Yes, questionable decisions, the one where you steal a nuclear weapon from the Railman and deliver it to the 9-9. It is a terrible idea. But anyway, so those are the main quests we have. Then we each get 1 personal quest. We draw 1 card from each of the 3 factions over here, and we pick one. So I took a quest that I am not telling my opponent what it is, from the New Republic Army. Lynn, you took a quest from...
I got it from the Archivist.
Ah, the Archivist. Yes, indeed. We all get our starting 10 scrap. We each get 1 general cargo hold and 1 weapons cargo hold. And then we get specific special starting stuff that our particular character comes with. I chose to be Zero, and Zero, she gets a armor and a machine gun. And what did you get? Who are you and what did you get?
I am Tweak, and I start with a rad shield and a missile.
There you go. And we get our 5 action tokens, which we can use in a worker placement type fashion to do our actions. Now, rather than... oh, and of course, we put all of the supplies over here, the money and the goods and the all of the mods and the upgrades and all of the cool stuff. Over here is a board where we list how valuable each of the goods are, which are, they have a starting place on the board, 2 for food, 3 for water, and 1 for ammunition. However, each of them go up a space for every demand token of their variety that is on the board. So now, because of all the demand tokens, we are at 7 for food and water and 6 for ammunition. The artifacts here, which are specifically for the Blue Screen of Death quest, are placed here, and the more artifacts that get bought, the more expensive they get. They reveal higher cost values here. And generally speaking, I'm not going to kind of go over in detail how to play this game, because this is rather an advanced game, and it's easier just to run through a few turns. And as we're running you through the turns, we'll tell you what choices we're taking and why, and what other choices we could have taken. So now Lynn gets the event deck because she is going to be the first player, and the first event, the event deck is shuffled, but a specific event is put on top, which is called Welcome to the Wasteland, which has no effect. So there is no effect for the event on the first turn.
The effect is try not to die.
Try not to, yes, do try not to die. But then when we are done with the first round, I will get the event deck and draw the first actual event. So go ahead, Lynn, with your first action.
I'm going to move.
So now your first move is up to 3 spaces.
2, 3.
And you're moving straight to New Corinth. Now, with a move action, you can do a multiple action. Yes. Are you going to slide and do something?
I am going to purchase. So I'm going to pay 2 money to get a food. Okay, so now there is a supply counter here which shows that they have food, and it shows it as a value of 2. So Lynn purchased 1 food. She could have purchased multiple if she had space for it, but she's only got 1 general cargo hold. So now once you purchase, you must discard the supply there and replace it with a new supply. And in this case, it is another food for $2. So it actually did not change. So now we should probably talk a little bit about the multi-action. So every time you do a move action, you are allowed to slide, if you're capable of it, to do either combat if you move into an area where you can attack raiders, deliver if you can deliver something, purchase if you can purchase something, but you can only purchase once per full round, or do an outpost action if you've moved someplace where you could do an outpost action. And the outpost action is this square right here.
Yes.
They're different on most places.
It is, yes, it is listed specifically there. That is true. So I'm going to, let me take a quick look around. I'm looking for a mod, the closest place with a mod shop action. They're kind of far away, aren't they? Yeah, I'll answer that. They are. That one's...
They're like equidistant from you.
Neither one is very... Well, I was going to say, and also I could possibly have to go through the rad area. Okay, so I'm going to take a movement action as well, and my first movement action is 3 to do. So I will go 3 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, which if the first one moves me into a radiation area, I have to roll the radiation die and see if I take damage from the radiation. I hope not. I don't. Now, I got a blank side, which means no damage, but if I had rolled the radioactive side, I would have taken a damage, which would have been one of these tokens here, which I would have had to place on 1 space of my truck somewhere, and that space would be unusable until I repaired it. So that was my first. Now, my second is I'm going to move to this location here, and my third movement is I'm going to move there and stop. Now I cannot slide off to do another action because there's no other action I can do there, so I'm done with my turn.
I'm going to move again, and I'm going to move 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so now I'm going to move again. Now there's a thing called momentum that happens, where if you move multiple times in a row, you can actually move faster because you're building up speed. So the first time I moved, I can move up to 3 spaces. Now I can actually move up to 4. However, I just want to move 1 space into Terminus, so I'm not going to need to do that. So then I'm going to slide my movement onto the outpost action because I want to go to the shop to mod my vehicle. So I'm going to move to the outpost action, and I'm going to lose the momentum, so the other token goes to the used area. So I know, because as soon as you do an action other than a move, you lose all of your momentum. So for the outpost action, I'm going to purchase a gunner. How much does the gunner cost?
The gunner is 9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to spend almost all of my money on a gunner. Lynn is being the bank, so I'm going to place the gunner there. Now the gunner gives me an extra die when I fight raiders, which is a very useful thing because raiders can be tough. That is it for my turn, which means it is now Lynn's turn to take an action.
I'm going to move again, and I can move 4, even though I don't need to. I'm going to move 1, 2. I have a rad shield, so I don't need to roll.
Yes, that's a great upgrade.
3. And then I am going to deliver.
And don't forget to slide off your other one to used. So
I am going to deliver food to New Alexandria.
Okay, now the food, the current value of food is worth 7. So Lynn is going to get 7 credits. 7, it's scrap. The currency of the game is scrap. $7 worth of scrap, which is quite a bit.
And that fulfilled my quest.
Oh, what was the personal quest?
Deliver any one cargo to New Alexandria.
Okay, so indeed. So what do you get for completing that quest?
I get 3 more scrap.
Oh, wow.
And I get to draw 2 allies and keep 1.
Wow, that's very useful.
I am going to take that guy.
Okay, so what is that guy you took and what are their abilities?
His name is Cap.
Why don't we show him to the camera?
And I get +1 space on second movement action, so I can move 5 spaces if I...
Wow, that's very useful. That is useful. Now you can have one ally for free. However, for additional allies, you need to have the upgrade of the sleeper cab to hold another ally. Now, also, the next thing we have to do is we have to put the persona non grata token over there in New Alexandria because she got such a good deal there. She's not allowed to sell things there again until she sells somewhere else. And then we have to change the demand. So we remove the demand token and we put... Oh, it's the same variety though. You know what? Let me find a different variety though just so I could show what would happen if it changed. So if it changed, let's say it was bullets now. The bullets would now be... wanted there in New Alexandria, so food would go down 1 and bullets would go up 1, and that would be the new value there. So now it is my turn, so I am going to take a movement and I am going to go, let's see, I'm just going to go there 1, and I've decided that I am going to attack immediately. As soon as moving into the area that a raider is at, I have to decide if I'm going to combat them or run away, and I am going to combat them. So Lynn, would you do the honors and draw me a raider truck card, and let's see what we have.
He's a 3.
Oh, he's going to be easy to kill. So now, to fight a raider, he's got a defense value of 3. Now, I get 2 dice to roll with standard, which they have one side that is blank, but they then have 2 sides that are 1 hits, 2 sides that are 2 hits, and 1 side that is 3 hits. I get 1 extra die for my gunner upgrade, and I get to count as having 1 automatic hit because I started with a machine gun upgrade, which automatically gives me 1 hit. So all I need is 2 hits out of these 3 dice, which I got 5 hits, so I absolutely obliterate Flounder over there. So now after killing him, I get to steal his cargo, which he had bullets and food, and I have the space for that cargo on my truck, and then we replace his cargo based on what Flounder's card said, which is bullets and food, so he actually gets the exact same cargo back, and I have to move my token to the pillage area, which there is only 1 pillage because you can only loot from raiders once per full round. So I've now done that, and I am finished with my turn.
Okay, I am going to move. Let's see. I am just going to move 1, 2.
Okay, to the coffers.
To the coffers and do an outpost action.
To get the 3 scrap there?
Yes.
Okay, so you're getting a nice little payday from the coffers. I am going to, let's see. I'm going to move which I can move up to 3 spaces. I'm going to move one space here. Now I'm going to choose not to fight them again since I can't loot them. There's no point. I'm going to try to escape them. So I rolled the Raider ambush die. They try to hit me as I'm running away. They miss. As I rolled a blank, I get away. If I had rolled a hit, I would have had to take damage. And I can move as normal now because I got away from them. That's my first, second, and move me on to Serenity over there. And then I'm going to slide my movement over to the Deliver, and I'm going to sell ammo to Serenity. And the ammo is currently valued at 7 value, which is very nice. So I'm going to get a little bit of money back after having bought that gunner. So get a little money back into my vehicle. Okay, your turn.
I am going to move. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Now you landed on the space that shows the symbol for this vehicle here. The symbol is there on the side of the vehicle, which means she gets to move that vehicle one space in any direction. So the Raiders have now moved, those Raiders have now moved north. Those are the Bonesaw Raiders, I believe. Are you done with your turn there?
Yes.
Okay, so now I am going to move also. Just have a... Oh, I forgot. I sold there, so we should alter the demand. That was my bad. So that should get discarded, and food comes up, which means ammo goes down in value and food goes up in value. Let's see. So I'm going to have to... what is the outpost action over there? Is there one?
It's to get the... What is that? The broker?
The broker, okay. So I'm going to take a move action for 3, and I'm going to go, let's see, I don't have water to give there. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, which then allows me to move the Railman Raiders, which I think are that one over there.
Yes. Okay,
move them south one towards me. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm done.
And I'm out of
Yes, so
cogs.
we are now both out of cogs, which means at this point all the cogs go back to available. And the first player will pass the event deck to the next player, which is me. I will put the last event on the bottom of the deck. The new event comes up, and the new event says Black Market. Each player may purchase any one cargo at half the market price, rounded up. So right now, we can purchase a cargo at half the market value. So for instance, if I wanted to, I could spend 3 to get some ammo. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to spend 3 scrap and immediately get a bullets cargo. Did you want to?
Rounded up?
Yes.
So I'm going to spend 4 and get some water.
Okay, fair enough.
I seem to be in the middle of
a lot of demand for water.
Okay.
And then that's it for that event, and now we would carry on the next turn in the same way. So this is kind of how the game works. We move around, we fight raiders, we try to complete quests. Now you saw Lynn there had completed a quest. My quest I'm hiding over here is a little harder because I have to deliver 2 cargo at once over to the Rock. So the Rock needs water right now, and I only have the ability to hold 1 water. I would need to upgrade my vehicle, which I was going to be doing shortly, to have another cargo hold, to be able to hold 2 shipments of water and go over there and complete this quest. But this is not a majorly important quest because it does not have a stamp on it. Now the big quests over there, pull one by the camera to show us, these have these stamps on them. Now what these mean is, when you complete one of these, you get to take one of your standees and put it on one of the stamps. Now some of the secret quests will have those stamps, in which case you'll leave it in front of you with your standee on it. Now the object of the game is to be the first player to put all 3 of their standees off their board and onto quests. So you can do this by completing all 3 of those quests, though those quests are rather involved and hard, and usually you complete at least 1 personal quest with a stamp on it. Let me just find one with a stamp on it to show. So for instance, this one here, which is Crumbling Cities, has a stamp symbol in the bottom right-hand corner there. Now, if you had completed this quest, you would actually get to get rid of 1 of your 3 standees. Again, once you are rid of all 3 of your standees, you win the game of Wasteland Express Delivery Service. So there you have it. So now we're going to head back and we're going to talk about it and we're going to review it and rate it. Okay, welcome back. So that was how you play a game of Wasteland Express Delivery Service. Wow. Okay, so first off, now growing up, I was an enormous fan of the Mad Max series, and my absolute favorite Mad Max movie was always The Road Warrior. Might be up for debate now that they have a fourth one, and you know what? I really did like Fury Road quite a bit too. And the reasons I like Fury Road are the same reasons I like the Road Warrior. That feel of trying to outrun the wasteland marauders while they're chasing you into fighting over the vehicle, which those two movies have a very similar feel, and it is awesome, and that is what they were going for when they made this game. You are riding through the wasteland, fighting marauders, hunting them or running away from them, going from point A to point B with valuable food and water and ammunition. This game is great. This is a pick-up and delivery game that captures the feeling of movies like The Road Warrior or Mad Max Fury Road. For those of you in Australia, The Road Warrior was actually called Mad Max 2 there. Now, the thing about this game and whether or not I can recommend it to you, and this is an important thing, the style of game of pick-up and delivery games is a very, very divisive style of game. Some people love it and some people hate it. And that's a very personal preference thing. Now, I have to say, I'm a big fan of pick-up and delivery games. Before this game, I was already a fan of Merchant of Venus. I was already a fan of the Firefly board game. So because of that, I was going into this saying, wow, I love pick-up and delivery games. Here's a new pick-up delivery game with the Mad Max theme on it. I can't wait to play this. If you hate pick-up and delivery games, this is not going to change your mind. But if you love pick-up and delivery games, this might be one of your new favorite games of all time if you try this. That's how good a pick-up and delivery game this is. It's pick-up and delivery game with an elegant, easy-to-use combat system put in, and I love it. I love fighting the raiders. I love stealing their goods. I love buying goods. I love the economy. I love the upgrades to the vehicle. You can buy a trailer even to give yourself more space for more upgrades. I love buying gunners and machine guns, and I love having extra sleeper cabs so I can have extra allies that give me extra special abilities in all different areas of the game. This is actually very quickly become one of my favorite games of all time. And for that reason, for it being so high on my list of games that I always want to play, I give Wasteland Express Delivery Service 10 out of 10 stars. Now, I do not throw around 10 out of 10 star ratings lightly. I love this game. This game is amazing. But again, I do know that I love pick-up and delivery games. So if you like pick-up and delivery games, check out Wasteland Express Delivery Service. If you're not a fan of pick-up and deliveries, as much as I'm raving about it, it's still probably not for you because the main mechanics of this game are all about pick up and deliver. So if you hate pick up and delivery games, don't play it. If you like them, definitely go play this game and maybe buy it as well. But differing opinions do matter. So let's get a second opinion from Lynn. Lynn, how many stars out of 10 would you give to Wasteland Express Delivery Service?
8.
Wow. So now 8 is a really, really high rating as well. Now, it may not be one of her favorites of all time, but Lynn is also a big fan of pick-up and delivery games, and she really loved this one too. So that's 10 stars from me, 8 stars from Lynn, a total of 18 stars from us here at the Board Game Captain. This is a 2 thumbs way up review from us. We really love this game. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns either on Wasteland Express Delivery Service or on this video, be sure to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this review and tutorial video and you would like to see us do more like it, be sure to give this video a like, share this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelt with a K on YouTube. And until next time, game on.